Welcome to Fewer Things Better. This is the place for all of us who are big on goals and short on time. Together, we'll explore smart, simple ideas on how to retrain your brain and unlock your life. I'm your host, Kristen Graham. Let's get started. The virtues of water are well and widely known, but most of us, myself included, likely don't get nearly enough of it each day. What's the big deal? Plenty, it seems. For the last 5 years, I've been studying cognitive and energetic elements of the brain and body. And here's a fun fact. The human brain is comprised of between 75 to 80% water. And the body itself is made up of approximately 60% water. The bottom line on top of this episode is that no other natural ingredient other than sleep can impact your day-to-day energy more than water. And a quick note for you non-water-loving listeners. The good news is that nutrition science categorizes water in many forms, including foods like fruits and vegetables, tea, milk, and yes, even coffee. Water is the actual gateway between your brain and body. Starting at the top, the brain contains approximately 100 billion neurons. That's about the same number of stars in the Milky Way galaxy. These neurons are connected by trillions of connections, or synapses. Experts call this part of our brain our neuron forest. And information runs between these neurons in your brain for everything we see, think, or do. Now, water's purpose comes in to clear out toxins, and it also carries nutrients to your brain and helps keep your brain and your body healthy. It's more challenging to notice when the effect of lack of water is happening for you because it's disguised in many different symptoms that we don't always attribute to it. As an example, dehydration, even as small as a 2% decrease, can have a pretty quick and negative effect on your brain functions. Studies have even shown that you need to be only 1% dehydrated to experience up to a 5% decrease in your cognitive function. I know that's a lot of math, but stay with me here. A 2%, so double that, decrease in your hydration can result in short-term memory loss and even having trouble doing analytical things. Putting those percentages into real-life terms, mild hydration can actually be experienced within your body within 4 to 8 hours when you haven't had water. Now, some of that varies based on your activity level and weather. And our bodies can move into true dehydration within 24 hours without water. Another way mild dehydration can impact us is in our alertness, like when we experience that afternoon fatigue or when we feel like we're in a bit of a brain fog. It can also have direct impact on our concentration, sleep, and even our motivation and mood. So if you feel like it's harder to tackle the to-dos or multi-step activities in the afternoon or evening, this could be why. And for the most part, these effects are short-lived and they can be reversed by increasing your hydration. On the topic of brain boosts, there's been a lot of studies around this. In fact, in 2012, a group of researchers in England conducted a study aimed at determining whether bringing water, students brought water into an exam, actually helped their academic performance. The group of students who did have extra hydration during the test averaged between 5 to 10% better on the exams. That's just one study, but it's not just about looking at intellectual output. The researchers said there was also a notable physiological effect on their thinking functions and even reduced anxiety during the test itself. Now, there's open debate about how much water is enough, and this episode isn't going to get into quantity or volume. It's really a lot more about the intentionality of hydrating. It's probably safe to say that most of us should be getting more water than we are. So let's start with that. Given the immediate and lasting effects of water, aim to start your day with extra hydration. If you can also do that within your first 30 minutes, that's a huge boost as well. Then pay attention to when you feel the energy drains during the day. In my own experimentation, I have learned to keep water in reach. So there are reusable bottles in my car, my bathroom, my office, even on my bedside table. Find what works for you and try this little dash of extra to see if and how the energy follows. Take care to hydrate, and your brain and body can take better care of you.
Thanks for listening. You can find a lot more like this by following me on LinkedIn or going to unlockthebrain.com and joining the mailing list. And if you found value in this podcast, please take a moment to rate or comment. Thanks so much. And now let's go do fewer things better.